Thank you for showing up. Anyone that comes here at this time of night, they're here by design. I am having experiences that you only can have in this time of night. Um, there is some beautiful things that are happening in our galaxy. And with that said, I will begin with my discussion. Excuse my tummy because it's growling because it's the wee hours of the night, and I guess she's telling me that I'm hungry. But this what I'm sharing to you is actually divine. It is actually divine. What I just learned tonight is that species from all of our galaxy are coming in, coming in. We are a beacon within the universe. They're coming in from millenniums to have this experience with us. They're from the ground. Like some of the species that I saw were from like very like earthy like experiences. Some of the experiences that I saw were water, definitely a species from water. There were there were species literally from places that you felt like you had like just went to heaven. Like I, I, I can't even explain it because to try to articulate what I see is to do it a disservice. There is no articulation in this profound reality, this small reality of which we live in. And the reason it's so magnificent because they trusted me to come and be able to articulate it to a species that think they are evolving. And they're just a little seed, a minuscule piece, small fragment of this whole universe. But guess what? They're coming from millenniums. They're coming from galaxies that we have never, ever, even on the face of this earth, ever been able to explore. And I think the reason my stomach is going because I was in literally the ocean. There are there are species in the ocean that nor neither our eyes could even take breath, but they all are living beings, and they want to experience this world that we take so for granted, the expression of emotions that we cease to value because we take the value of emotion. We're so used to it, we forget how how sacred every individual emotion that we are able to experience. We have taken it for granted. And even as I speak this, even as I speak this, I am in awe because I don't know how I'm supposed to articulate this into this small language called humans. They are many species. Oh, just help me, help me, help me. Because I don't know. I don't know how to bring. Not only did they show me who they where they're from. Like I even went. I felt like a worm at one moment. That's probably why my stomach, it was everything. I saw everything. I felt every emotion. I felt every anger. I felt everything. I felt everything, you guys. Some of you guys will see this as she's lonely. Oh, she's a Looney Tune. And some of you guys have probably had this same experience. Some of you guys have felt different in this world. Some of you guys have been here for a very, very long time. And you're wondering why you're repeating over and over again. It's like you're on a conveyor belt and you're in an airport. And every time they call your flight, by the time you get to your flight, you done missed the plane again. So your whole pattern, your whole life is you missing, missing, missing. Some of you guys are in a deep part of the soil. And the reason you have these bad behaviors and the reason you need to have these experiences that are so dark is because those are the energies that are experiencing you. They have to be in warm, uncomfortable places to feel comfortable. And then there are those that are reptilians. There's so many species of reptilians. With beautiful eyes of all colors. Beautiful eyes. They've been here a long time. They've been in tropical, they've been in the desert, they've been in barren, they've been in every aspect when our species couldn't even create anything that had life. The lizard has seen it all. Trees. Mm, the trees. Wow, the trees. Oh my gosh. The trees. Oh my gosh. Reason their roots bear deep in the ground. Because they have to weather the storm. And they have to see so much. For the trees carry the history of our society. The trees carry the history of our evolution. The trees are experiencing changes unfold in our weather, in our policies, in our children, in every aspect. They get to see it all with no judgment. They're only experiencing it. And I was just talking about the root, the trunk weathers the storms. The deeper the root, the thicker the trunk, the more that they weathered. They're able to capture so much. Because running through their soil is history. It's the blood that's been shed. It's the blood that has been sacrificed. I see every piece of it. But through the soil, it continually tries to have hope for our tomorrow. So it plants and it gives an offspring of leaves in order to bear seeds so they can fall to the ground and die. and repeat the cycle over and over again. We are indeed in a simulation like no other. They are watching every eye from the corners of the universe, are watching us play out every emotion. We keep calling this the grand finale. The reason there's a holdback. The reason there's a pushback. Because they're all not here. They're all not here yet. You must excuse me because just give me some time. Many of you many of you are going through a consciousness activation. This conscious activation oh wow. This conscious activation is going to be like nothing you've ever seen. That's why many had to ascend. That's why many had to leave. Because they had to be ascended out. Wow. I hope this is making sense, you guys. I know it's rather in America in the wee hours of the night. But in Australia, they're probably in the middle of the day. In other Tokyo is probably the next day or the middle of the day, you think, we are so small. We are so small. Oh my God. They mean us no harm. They mean us no harm at all. They just want to be involved in the experience. Their experience. I'm going to say this again. The experience. But on top of this, some of you guys that are awakening, you have gifts. You have gifts. That you can interpret and understand their language, their emotions that they're trying to express, but don't know because our language is so primitive to them. A lot of a lot of a lot of their communication is through telepathy. Mm, they communicate through plants, through the grass, and crawly things like worms and ladybugs. And the tropical is insane. The tropical is insane. They're trying to kill it because it's the root of knowledge. They want to kill it because tropical has the source of all healing that lies within us. They're trying to take every living plant. Oh, every living plant, every living being. Oh, oh gosh. Away from us. Oh. I would take a break right now to say this to all. who comes on this before, during, and after you fell upon this page. By divine order, your consciousness is elevating. Is elevating. The vibration has to rise in order for us to be able to communicate. They're here to help us. They're here to help us. Their place is about our galaxy, waiting. Oh. Only the very gifted will understand what I'm saying. You're remembering who you are and why you're here. I'll say good night. Remember, this is a channeled message from the universe and all living beings in our galactic auric field. Activation is here. Good night. Thank you for being